Well, honestly, to prepare, I did not do, before starting, I did not do a lot. I talked to some people who I knew who had went to law school before me briefly, just kind of wanted to get some general advice, to prepare, like what do I do when I get there? What sort of things should I be prepared for? But other than that, I enjoyed my summer. I enjoyed the time off. I knew once I started how my approach was going to be towards law school, and I knew that um, it was going to be an approach where I took it very serious and I spent a lot of time to do it. So, other than the minimal of receiving as much advice as I could about how to go about law school, I enjoyed my free time, enjoyed my summer, and used that to prepare for the grind of law school.
Yeah, so to prepare for law school, I didn't do anything um, very substantive necessarily. Something that I did was I had a couple of friends that were 2Ls at other law schools. So I kind of just talked to them about maybe what to expect, any like study tips they had or anything like that. But really, I just tried to spend a lot of time with my friends and family and kind of enjoy my time before I started law school because I knew that that was going to be my main priority for the next 3 years. So I really wanted to take some time for myself. But yeah, if you have anyone that you know that went to law school or anyone that's currently in law school, I think it's good just to speak to someone, kind of know what to expect and offer any advice that they might have. But other than that, I don't think you really need to do anything to prepare yourself except read for your first day of classes because you definitely don't want to not know the answer when you're cold called on the first day of classes.
Well, I would say the thing to do to prepare for law school is make sure you have a place to live that you like, that you feel comfortable in, that you have a support system in place, that you give yourself some time to relax a little, if at all possible. Law school is a bit of a marathon, and you are going to. You shouldn't start at worn out. You should start at excited and primed and with a reservoir of energy.
Some of the main things I did were I read some of the prep books that are available, and some of them are available through Chicago Kent's subscription to West Academics. So I definitely utilized the West Academic subscription over the summer because I was in the summer start program. And I read a lot of those intro to the 1L year type books just to kind of understand exactly what I was getting into, the amount of work required. And in those books, there were some suggestions as to the number of hours you need to work on an average for depending on how many credit hours you're taking per class, strategies for reading and understanding what you're reading for the first time, which I think is really important because reading cases and legal texts in general is just such a foreign thing to so many people. And I just remember that first summer I was kind of freaking out reading what I was reading because I just didn't know how I was going to remember it all. So that was very helpful. I also talked to a lot of friends that had been in law school just for general advice, how to tackle things. And I think that's really smart to do, but at the end of the day, you're ultimately going to figure out your own thing. So just don't overly listen to advice, but definitely take advice at first from people who've done it before and see what works for you.
I worked at a law firm before going to law school, but I don't think that that was necessarily something that prepared me. There's just so many new things. Once you get to law school, you have to prepare for exams, you have to be able to keep up with the reading. And so if there's anything that I would say that you can do to prepare for law school is try and find a way to become comfortable with Google Calendar or whatever calendar you're using so that you can be ready to keep track of all of your deadlines because you're going to have a lot of them. But other than that, I don't think there's really anything that that can prepare you for actually being in there and doing the work.